The new Zenith of Power attributes have been released. It was on the Rise of Kingdoms Facebook page, and now we're going to get infantry defense of 20% to go along with the cavalry defense of 20% that we just got a couple of months ago. So we're going to go through it and talk about it, because not only in the late game, what is this going to do? How is it going to enhance things, especially for the garrisons and rallies of infantry? And on my restart, what does that mean for a new account? Well, we're going to talk about it right now.
You can feel that burn and you already know we're locked in deep. This is Chatsky Mode.
Hey everybody, I'm your boy War Daddy Chatsky. I do videos for Rise of Kingdoms as a sponsored creator all the time. All the time. Love doing videos, love talking about the game, love doing guides, love doing nuances to the game, helping you become a better player, helping you be more efficient, save time, save money, whatever it is in the game. I'm here to be a help to you and the community. If you enjoy these videos, throw a like on here. And also consider subscribing if you have not done so. You can hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell if you want any alerts when I put out this kind of content. Pretty easy, doesn't cost anybody anything. And with that, here it is, the new Zenith of Power. Every now and then we go through these different cycles for the Zenith of Power, and I love it because they allow us to do some exchanging of speed ups during Zenith of Power. And now that we've got that, it works out really, really well. So that's one little benefit from it. Plus there's a lot of events to go with it. There's bundles that go with it and all of those different things. But we like to talk about the attributes, okay? And when we talk about these attributes, we want to see how they apply to the game. Now, if you look here, I have a 16% all troop attack skin right now. And the main reason why I have this is because I've got an action point recovery with it. So I'm in off season, and this is on my main. And even on my second account, anytime I have a city skin with action point recovery, that's what you run in off season. But since I'm a cav main, I've got the cavalry defense of 20%, the gilded pavilion, and I don't get that AP generation when it comes to this. So I don't really run this in off season. But in KVK, when I'm running those Attila rallies, when I'm running the David garrisons, when I'm doing all the things with calves, this is choice. Now, we have gone through the different stats and different things that we see in the game, because different stats of different troop types affect the troop types differently. And here's what I'm talking about. Okay, we've always said this about cavalry. Okay, because of the gear and how the gear is set up, cavalry have an insane amount of health, an insane amount with the gear that they have. A lot of the cavalry commanders also bring health in their skills. So a 20% defense cavalry skin is just cracked. It's just amazing, because you don't get cavalry defense in a lot of other areas. So the value of the defense or cavalry is really, really high when you're able to add value to what you already have, when you're able to add cavalry defense to what you already have. Now, with the infantry, it's a little bit different. And if you come in here, you can see some of the city skins that I have, right? And when it comes to infantry, I was able to pick up this city skin. Now, I do a little bit of infantry garrisoning, and I did it more so back before the troop types got really different, and the armament system and all the different things. But I was able to grab infantry health of 15%. Insanely massive for infantry. Okay, and let me help explain why. When it comes to infantry defense, it's the opposite of calves. And the reason why is because with all the gear of infantry, you have no health. You have none. The gear at the end game, and this can go up even higher when you have KVK stuff, the infantry defense of 66.5% is massive. It's huge. And there is no infantry health. Like, it's even bigger than the cavalry health over here. And so from there, infantry defense has always been a little bit of diminishing returns, because you're grabbing so much defense from the gear. And so we will work with Daver. He'll put it into his system. We'll get into the effectiveness of 20% infantry defense. But overall, it's not near as potent. And a lot of you infantry players, you're getting into such high of a power creep to where if this was a situation to where you were running, let's say infantry 10%, back in the day, you were running infantry 10% health. and then infantry 10% or 15% defense came in the game, that might be considered an upgrade. And I think it kind of can be. But now that you have a 15% infantry health and you're just going up another 5% to infantry defense, it might not even be an upgrade. And so from that standpoint, I think it probably still kind of is, but that is what's different about the game when it comes to the different troop types. So with that, I love that Zenith has got to go through that, because now that we've gone through infantry defense, we're going to continue to go through the other troop types, and at some point, they're going to work 20% health in here somewhere. And for infantry, 20% health to add to this would be absolutely cracked. Oh my God. And with that being said, let's think about the early game now, shall we? As we go through this, we want to talk about the early game. Here is my restart account. Let's go. We are cooking over here. Hold on, I got to get my scouts back out. But if you're in the early game and there is no city skins, like I just started this account, I've got the Hidden Lotus, and that's it. You got to rack up these different city skins as the game goes through it. And if you're talking about going into K1 and K2 and going into the early game with a 20% infantry skin, sign me up. I'd love to go in and run Martel. I'd love to go in and run a Martel YSG, a Martel Pyrrhus garrison with 20% infantry defense when it comes to the early game. Nobody has that kind of stuff. You just don't get the big power creeps. Look at the gear I'm working with over here. I'm getting so excited about just critting my green and blue gear. Let alone, I mean, you talk about the different stats. Okay, I got 23% of defense stats on my cavalry. You talk about the infantry stats. Now I gotta work on more purple stuff, but I take 24% health from the shield and the Karak's humility, okay? And from there, you're saying I can add 20% defense to this in the early game? Holy jeez. That's one of the funny nuances to the game. The power creep in the late game is nominal. It's marginal at best sometimes. But those of us who are playing it at a very high level want it. In the early game, you don't have much power creep with commanders. It's the same commanders you're using for K1. It's the same commanders you're using for K2. You got CC, you got Barca, you got Ethel. They're gonna release YSG and Richard and Martel and Mehmed and Pyrrhus and all those got Thutmose. But you don't have a massive power creep like you see in the late game. So things are still, you know, relatively mild when it comes to the type of discrepancies you see with the power in the early game. But you throw a 20% infantry defense skin in this? Hey, yo, now we've got power creep in the early game too, because that Zenith skin will pierce through late game into early game and you'll be able to use that. So that's what they released. I think it's really, really cool. We'll do the numbers on it. We'll go through this thing more and more and try to figure out how this infantry defense city skin works out. I know you imp simps out there are all in on this, but we need to see how it performs, how effective it is, and that's some of the stuff that we'll eventually do and go through. But gotta give Lilith credit. They're pumping these things out. I don't know what kind of cosmetic this is. I don't know what kind of civilization that might allude to. It looks like you got a little statue over here on the right. It looks like you've got, you know, kind of some kind of ornament at the top, like a little diamond or something. Looks like you got a little bit of a dome at the top, but we will see this. We will have a good time with it. We'll keep you up to date on more about the Zenith of Power event, how to get that, what you go through with it. And since it's infantry specific, you can bet that threshold to guarantee this city skin is going to be at 40 million power. That's what it's been for the specific troop types. For the all troop types like that we have over here on the different city skins for the Sands of Time, that's a 60 million power threshold that you got to get to. But for the specific troop types like this one, you go train, you go build up 40 million power, and boom, you're cooking with the specific troop type of 20% defense here on cavalry. And now we've got it on infantry. If you enjoyed this video, throw a thumbs up on it, give it a like. Love you guys, appreciate you guys. Hope you have a great day today, great evening, great morning, wherever you are. Y'all have a great day, broskies.